Okay. All right. There we go. Now I just got to remember to turn that off at the end. And Chris, look at Chris on the airplane, get ready to come here to the U.S. again. So, but anyway, guys, thank you again for getting on this call. And I kind of wanted to just preface all of this with a couple of things. I know that when I put that post in the group, I had said, who was looking at, building a bigger business with customers and things like that. And so I just kind of want to go over what my goals are with this group. And then you guys can kind of decide if this is going to be something for you. But let me just, by show of thumbs up and stuff like that, how many of you would like to earn on a consistent basis an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month? I'm seeing all thumbs. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, right? So that's exactly what I'm going to show you guys how to do over the next few weeks. And I want to work on this with you because since I started the Secret business a year ago, I never had a month under $2,000 with Secret. And the majority of my business came from customers. And obviously I had some team building things in there, some bonuses from recruiting, and things like that. But a good chunk of my money came from building customers and building that residual base of income with those customers. And that's what I want to share with you guys, because I think, I'm going to go over some of this and you're going to be like, wow, this sounds like a lot. I don't want it to sound like a lot. I'm really going to cover just a little bit this week. And even though I don't want this to be something we're doing a call every week, I think for the first 3 weeks or so, we probably will do a call just so that we can get people on track and make sure that, we really kind of launch this off the right way. So first of all, what I'm looking for in this group and, what my expectation is from everybody who decides that they want to stay in this group is for everyone in here to be hitting the global pool on a monthly basis. And if you don't know what the global pool is, that means you're bringing in at least 10 customers a month, 10 VIP customers a month, okay? And truly to build, if you talk to some of the leaders in this business, Tracy, Donald, Rachel, Moore, Leah Johns, any of them, they're going to tell you that they really started out by focusing on not getting any less than 20 customers a month. And that's pretty much what I focus on. I get paid every month on that global pool. I think I've only missed it 2 or 3 months since being in Secret. And I can tell you that it's just extra cash for doing the business that you're already doing. But what it is it gives you kind of a foundation. Think about this. If you're bringing 10 customers in a month, times that by 12 months, you've got 120 customers at the end of the year. And just like Jesse was saying in the video, when they run out of soap or shampoo at the end of the month, what are they going to do? They're going to buy more. And so you're setting up that residual income. One other thing I just want to share with you, and these were my stats. Obviously, everybody's are different. But Black Friday last year, I think I had been in Secret about 5.5 months, and I made just under $2,000 on Black Friday. From very first Black Friday in the company. I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, it was a lot of work going out and talking with people and bringing in orders. But, I was super excited to make that much money in my first Black Friday. And, here we are in May, right about the time that we started last year. So everybody's got that opportunity to do that or more this year, if you really start focusing on customers now. And that's what I did right out of the gate last year. So again, one of the number one goal is to have everybody in this group hitting the global pool every single month. And the number two thing is to be bringing in 1 to 2 personal agents a month. And I know you're like, wait, this is a customer group. Well, here's the thing. By focusing on customers, you're really doing just what Jesse was talking about in the presentation before. You're sharing Secret. And so you can share Secret in different ways. You can be doing it with one-on-one presentations, you can do it with facials, or you can be doing it through parties. And all of those ways you're going to pick up customers, and that's how I pick up customers every month. They're not all through parties, but I do pick up the majority of them through parties or sitting down and do facials and, one-on-one consultations with people. So really what I want you guys to focus on is, getting product. These are numbers that Jesse gave us last year, and I can tell you they work. Getting product on 6 people a week for 4 weeks straight, or somehow throughout the month, getting product on 24 faces, or 24 people. So if it's a combination of parties and sit downs and, presentations, just like Jesse said at the end of the presentation, they've got that choice to become a customer or to become a hostess or to become an agent. So either way, you're going to be picking up people by every single way that you try to share Secret with people. if that makes sense. If you do these things, you're easily going to be making $1,000 to $2,000 a month in secret. There's no way, if you are sharing secret with 24 people a month, that you're not going to make somewhere at least $1,000 to $2,000, if not more. It's just, it's not possible unless you really aren't sharing, like you're pretending to share. Okay, you're going to do it. So what I want to focus on this week with you guys, and like I said, I really just kind of want to break this down. I want to really focus on getting action with you. And so I really want everybody to work on getting 2 parties booked immediately. So between now and next Wednesday, I want everybody to get at least 2 parties booked. And just so you know, a party doesn't have to be 10 or 20 people. A party can be 2 or 3 people. You know, sometimes, you know, people invite 60 people and, you know, 20 some show up. Sometimes you invite 60 people and you might get 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. That's 3 or 4 people that you're introducing secret to that you didn't introduce before. And as you're out meeting these people, you're going to be expanding your business not only by bringing in customers, but by getting referrals from these people, by getting more parties booked from these people, and then also by getting more people that you're going to be meeting to sit down and do the one-on-one presentations with, to share the business with. Honestly, there's no better agent than somebody who already loves the products. You know, if you've got customers who are using more and more and more, you know, they start out with maybe just the basic skincare, but what ends up happening is as they continue to go to parties or as the company continues to do promotions, they start trying other products. Or, you know, and some of the things we're going to cover down the road, you know, we've got a follow-up that we do with customers. You know, every time I get a new customer, I write them a personal thank you note. And in there, I put in 3 samples of 3 different products that they haven't tried before or that they didn't buy. And so now I'm sending them something else. And from that, I always end up getting sales. And so we're going to teach you how to follow up. We're going to teach you a lot of these things. But this week, I want you guys to focus on getting 2 parties. And I'm going to give you a script. So if you guys are ready, I'm going to give you a little quick script here. And this is interesting because this script is really designed to make sure that you get somebody booked. So before you even start making calls to people, I want you to have 2 or 3 dates picked out on your calendar that you are going to use. And I want you to start out your very first part with just the one, the first date that you've got written down. And so what you're going to say is, I'm really excited about something, and I'd love to get your opinion on it. Are you free on blank? Name the date and time. It'll be a fun night, and I'd love to have you as one of my guests. Okay? Now, hopefully they're going to say yes. Does anybody need me to repeat that part before I go into the next one? Okay, I'll say it one more time. I'm really excited about something, and I'd love to get your opinion on it. Are you free on blank? It'll be a fun night out, and I'd love...
Yes, I'm free. I'm sorry.
And I'd love to have you as one of my guests.
I would love to be your guest.
Yay. Okay. Did everybody get that? Yeah, I'm looking around. Okay. All right. If they say no, then say, no problem. I have another one on blank. And that's where you're going to have that second date already picked out. Okay? People don't usually like to say no to you twice. They might. And if they do, it's okay. I'm going to give you a third one too. But if they happen to say no again, then what you're going to follow up with is say, you know what, no problem. When is the earliest that I can come to you? And if you have to, you know, say, hey, I know you have to eat lunch. You know, what day can I meet you during lunch? You know, do what you need to do, but there's absolutely no reason why they should just say no to you 3 times. Does that make sense?
Okay, I'm going to challenge you here. I've contacted 13 of my top 25 and literally have shown them everything. I gave them the overview. I did the flip book. I did samples, and they were like, nope, 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 we can't do it.
Okay. Well, Are these people you know well?
Very.
Okay. Sometimes they're the hardest ones.
Moms,
Sometimes they're the hardest.
sisters, aunts, uncles.
Okay. So, another approach that you can take with them is listen. I know that this probably isn't something that you want to like, but I need people to practice on. I don't expect you to buy anything, but I really need you to help expand my portfolio. Would you help me out? And if they're not willing to help you out, you know what? Cross them off your friends list. They're probably not people you need to be worrying about right now anyway, because they're really not a good friend. Okay? So those are things you can do. And here's the thing too, some of those people who may be negative in the beginning, let them be. And as your business progresses, you'll see, I'll be honest with you, one of my very, very best friends has not bought anything from me yet. In fact, I asked her to do a party and she turned me down. I asked her if we could meet up for a facial and she still never replied to me. This is someone I've gone on family vacations with for 15 years with our kids. So needless to say, she's a dentist and my kids no longer go there. We have a new dentist. So two can play at that game. And not to be ugly, but you know what? For someone who owns their own business and understands the importance of referrals, if they can't be nice enough to reciprocate back, they just do not deserve your friendship. I'm sorry. And I will never be ugly. I will never say anything mean to her. Nothing like that. But I very kindly have moved my children somewhere else because, and I'm hoping she'll come around. But if she does, great. And if she doesn't, you know what? That's okay. There's a million more people I can go talk to. So, all right. So does that make sense, you guys, so far? That makes sense? Okay. So the other thing, let's see here. Like I said before, as you're doing this and as you're meeting with people, you're going to be building your business not only by adding customers to your business, but you're going to be getting referrals from these customers. You're going to be getting additional parties booked from these customers, and you're going to be meeting new people to sit down to do an overview, business overview with. So customers are truly the foundation to this entire business. And that doesn't mean that everybody has to be a customer first. You may come across people, who need extra money or, who need something else. It's obviously some of those people you might want to go do the presentation with first. But even when in the presentation, you're still going to share the products with them. Okay, so you're still sharing all of Secret, if that makes sense. There is a YouTube group out there called Secret Collective. If you have not subscribed to that group yet, please go do it right after this call, okay? Because there's 3 videos that I want you guys to watch between now and next week in there.
Sorry, Trish, can you just repeat the name of the group?
Yep, it's Secret Collective. And I can type it in the chat if you'd like. There you go. It's in the chat so everybody can see how to spell it. Okay. And the 3 different videos that I want you guys to watch are, oh, hang on. That did not go to everybody. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I don't know how to use this chat sometimes. I don't think that went to everybody. I'll try it again in a minute. So the 3 videos I want you guys to watch are Booking an Appointment Live with Ashley Nyholt. She actually recorded her call where she actually called up some of her referrals and prospects that were given to her. And so you can hear the whole role play, a live role play. It's a great video. The next one is called Hostess Coaching. And that one is with Desiree Schmidt. But it's Hostess Coaching. And the last one is how to schedule a host and set up a party in your back office. Because for those of you who've done it already, it is a little bit confusing. Okay. And
sorry, Trish, can you just repeat the last one?
Yep. How to schedule a host and set up a party in your back office. Okay. I know you guys had seen the pictures I put in the group earlier. Those are the pictures that you'll want to use for your red stamp invites. And that's where I suggest, you guys do the invites go into red stamp. You can edit it, add to it, and then you send it as a, you say you're going to do electronic, and then you actually can send it to them in a text or something like that, and then they can share that with all their friends. I have found that to be super useful way to promote the party. They also can take it and put it in a Facebook, event thing if they want to, and use it that way. But it looks really nice and professional, and it's easy for them to be able to use. And just trying to think. And one other thing, I'm still kind of working on the details of this, but I want us to, for everybody who wants to stay in this group and is committed to making sure they hit the global pool every month and everything, I want to set up a group calendar that I want everybody to schedule their appointments on, so that we all have access to it and we can all see who has what and when they have it. And it's not so much just to be accountable for booking appointments as it is so that we can all be cheerleaders for one another. Because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes, you might drive an hour and get there and nobody's there, and you're going to feel like crap and you're going to want to quit. And you know what? When you've got 20 other people there to kind of help pick you up a little bit afterwards, that's kind of awesome, because you're going to keep going. You're not going to want to quit. You've got everybody here who's going to help you want to be accountable. Or sometimes you have the party of your life and you're just dying to tell somebody about it. Wait, who's that?
10 or so years ago, nail places were.
Okay. If somebody actually has something to say, you can unmute yourself. But who's that?
Where's
It's right there. You know what Target is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on, stay. Okay. But I know sometimes I've come out of a party and it's been an amazing party and I'm just dying to share it with somebody. We can be there for one another to kind of, high five you and send everybody off and on a positive vibe before your parties, but also be there to celebrate with you or to help pick you back up if it wasn't such a great party. Leah called me last week. She had a crazy party. She's had a couple of these, and I'm not sure why she always finds these people, but she does, and it's always a great story. But what was really amazing about it is she turned something that could have been a complete disaster into a really amazing party. And, and I think a lot of that comes from the fact that she's had a little bit of experience already by doing some of these. But some of you, when you go out and do this is going to be your first party. And, you're going to be scared, you're going to be nervous. And, having a few extra people kind of push you in there and tell you it's going to be okay, sometimes it's what we need. So, I really want us to be there for one another for that. Because my goal is, I had a great first year with Secret, but I want you guys to having great years too. I want everybody in here, making the progress they want to make the money that you want to make, and find the people to help that you want to help. And, so that's why I really want to be able to share as many things with you guys as possible to help us. So as a group, collectively, we are all just conquering Secret and doing well. And so I hope that this makes sense for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and unmute it. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Let me just do this here. Okay. Anybody who has any questions? Or actually, you know what? Hold on one second. Just unmute yourself if you have a question so we can all hear.
It's Leah from Toronto. I just wanted to comment on the feeling that someone had mentioned earlier about calling the top 13 of their 25 and getting rejections. I've lived it for 6 months. Don't give up, because it will come around, because people will see that you're not giving up and the success will come. Very
well said, Leah. I've been patting Leah on the back all week, because if anybody has run into some brick walls over and over and over, it has definitely been her. But she just keeps going. She just keeps going. And this last 2 weeks, all the fruits of her labor have really started to pay off, and I couldn't be more excited for her. So thank you, Leah, for sharing that. And the other thing is, too, by the way, make a bigger list. Anyone else?
Hey, Trish. It's Lauren.
Yay!
Do you find when you're booking, kind of like a recommended window about how far out to go, or how, like, I feel like sometimes, like when I try, maybe it's because we're not giving them enough time.
So
People
I usually try to book within the next 1 to 3 weeks. It just depends, you know. And here's the thing too. I forgot to add this in. The parties don't always have to be at their house, you know. So like when I said when I picked a date, you know, you could just be inviting some of your friends to come to your house first, you know,
Right.
and start out that way. Now, if you've got other people who you know who will hold one for you, then go ahead, obviously, and call them, and then, you know, say, you know, those people probably need, you know, 2 to 3 weeks. Not always, sometimes 1, but I would say 2 to 3. But I try not to go out more than that. Sometimes you do, but I try very hard not to.
So you try to keep it within 1 to 3.
I do. Mainly because I'm always trying to book for the current month as much as possible. I want to get as many things as possible in that current month.
Right.
So I try not to fall into that next month unless I'm really close to the end of the month.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Hi, just a real quick question. The recording, are you just going to put it in the group chat?
I probably will just put it in the group chat, yeah.
Yeah, my mom was just texting me. She wanted to get on it, but she was driving home from work
Okay.
in California.
Yep, no problem.
All right.
No problem. Okay. Anybody else? Does this time work for most everybody? Just because I know most everybody's on basic agent training, so if we did it right after that call again next week, would that work for most people?
Yeah.
Hopefully?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Again, I'm just trying to make it on, I don't want there to be too many calls, and I don't want you guys tying up so many nights a week that you can't go work your business. So that's why I was trying to, you know, do it off of this one. One of the things going forward, but they're not doing the call next week and possibly not, it'll probably be 2 weeks before they do it, is I will be sending this group the link to the Secret Collective weekly call. And probably for a month or two, I'm going to have you guys tune into that as much as possible. They do that on Monday nights, mainly because they just do a phenomenal job with their calls. They keep it to no more than 30 minutes every week. It's very quick, short. But the thing you're going to notice, they have rank advancements on that call every single week. Every single week. And these, you know, and it's exciting, you know, to get on and see all this happening. And I know that we're going to be there too very soon. It's just a matter of really getting everybody going. I think, you know, that first year, everybody's trying to figure everything out, you know, and but the thing is now, I think we've really got a grasp on a lot of things. And, you know, I know this next year is just going to, I mean, the first year was already great. This next year is going to be amazing. So I'm excited to work with all of you. Anybody, you know, who you think should be in this group that wasn't, you might want to invite them. We can add in some new people next week. I don't mind. But if there's not anything else, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. So before I do that, though, is there anybody else who has a question? Okay, so just to recap. Oh, go ahead.
Thanks,
That's
Tricia, for
okay, thank you.
organizing this.
You're welcome. And just to recap, your immediate goal is to watch those 3 videos and to get 2 parties booked by next week. Okay? All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you so
See you in
much.
a couple days, girlfriend.
Yeah, I'll see you in Phoenix.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.